How are you able to do that thing, that you have issue with your brothers and later we find out that you have settled it amicably and they are back?
Well, I always have one direction. I keep telling people that it's God, because I believe we are sinners, and anytime we even sin, we feel like we have sinned. If we pray to God, we believe He forgives us. And I tell people, like, silver and gold is not what we are here for. We are all living by His grace. You understand me? So that when people do that, I just want to forgive them. But I think in this world that we are living now, people are taking all those things for granted. And I feel, it's always in my heart to forgive. I can have a problem with you. I won't see you again, but I'm forgiving you. There are people who have called upon me and asked me if I, still have a problem with Mr. So and so. I said, no, I'll forgive him long time, because if I don't forgive, God will even open the doors I want him to open for me. And forgiveness, I believe, opening many doors for us. So that's why I always forgive them.
But don't you fear maybe somebody going out, he was with you, going out and coming back? Don't you feel any threat?
No, this is not Iraq. My mind is even full of Iraq. Sometimes, I don't understand the mentality. Maybe I should won't shoot. We do anymore. None of my boys, they are not serial killers.
Okay.
They don't have.
Now I get the point.
Yes. Yes. I know what people tell me a lot.
Yeah.
For instance, let me just give you an example. When Deportee came back the second time, we went to club. I was drinking whiskey and I gave it to him because I wanted to light my cigarette. And some guy came to me and said, watch around. I'm say right now he come or sometimes friend. I said, it was him. And he kill me. They don't have that mindset. Because they don't have that willpower to even kill a man.
Okay.
It's what you believe in that will affect you. I don't believe. I see all my boys like my brothers, and sometimes when they mess up like that, I go like, but this is not a problem. We can sit down as brothers and talk about it. But where you direct it and you take it to is where because. But I will always forgive them. But some of them, I will forgive you from afar. But you're not gonna still be in my life again, because I know the ones that really want to
bring them
be on the ship with me, so we can talk well.
That is great. And one thing okay.
How do you intend to settle your current issues with?
It's settled. It's nothing that is me that I have to say. I won't do this again, because I went doing good and it became bad. So it's a whole lot of issue. But I'll just say, sometimes we learn from our lessons, and he can't be wherever and say whatever he's saying with pain. You understand me? Because I can't go and sit somewhere and people say, oh, Shatta, you have media, but people know the sensible part of my side that keeps saying, I watch some reflex, I like some reflex, I put some reflex on my. If I don't like media, that sensible part of me. That's why I always call this place as the University of Ghana Music, but people won't get it until that revelation comes across. So basically, I would say my heart is settled. It's just that's what I'm saying. I won't do certain things anymore.
In fact, it's one of my humble requests to you. That as much as things might not be okay, you guys cease fire.
If we were boxers here, we'll do it in the ring. He's not a DJ too.
One allegation that he put out was that after your courtship, you paid yourself or you took yourself out and you left them. Would you want to handle that?
You see, it's education and life. I would say life. I don't know how to put it. It's all about you seeing life in a certain direction.
Okay.
When you have a certain mindset, when the wind comes, you won't still be happy because you feel it or you felt it was supposed to be you. And you know what I'm saying? We are all in a problem. I don't know what decision they took before he and my other two were like Ganji I was talking about and Nanado, but I don't know what came over them before they took a certain decision to be behaving in a certain way. Because it's a whole lot of process. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to explain, but I don't know what even came over brothers. Joseph had that problem in the Bible. His brothers sold him out to some people. But what I just want to say is, what brought about that decision before, you guys just decided like this. Because if you guys take a certain decision, I'll see it from that direction. And I also take a decision that maybe when I'm winning, you won't be there to win because you feel you should be there to win. We are in the court. I was going to the court to let the judge sentence me for my crime. I've made up my mind. Went there, they called all of us, raised my hand, said, I want to change my plea to not guilty to guilty. And just as I come, then let me read your, sentence, whatever to you. He read it, so beautiful. I want to bring that thing the judge said, and, God bless, that judge at the court there. I don't really remember his name so well, but he started, a statement with the On God lyrics. Yeah. And it was beautiful. Like, I wasn't even crying, because he said a whole lot of things before. Excuse me. He said a whole lot of things before he, gave me the final say that we're supposed to pay like a fine of 2,000 Ghana cedis and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that as I raised my hand, because they were in a different direction, they thought that I went to break myself out. What if the judge has said, okay, what you have said will take you 10 years to prison, hard labor? Would they still be walking around and saying that?
Okay.
I raised my hand. So
you did not do that.
You did not do that. Because it's not, it's us. You understand me? But you people are taking decision for yourselves. So I have taken the decision for myself that I'm going. When they sentence me for 10 years, you people will come and leave me because they'll give me more 10. Because I sacrificed myself again in the court. But this is why I say people don't study what I do. So they always see it like, okay, let me just, and people don't also want to be creative and things, man. So they'll just jump into conclusion. And now they're not Shatta answer. No, my nephew, what I even said could have sent us all to jail again. So what if we were in jail? Will you have still come out and tell people that I went there and I made them jailers again? You won't even have that. This explanation you are making. I took a decision. And if you were bold at that spot, and those are the things I tell them sometimes that let us be bold, let us believe in what we are doing. So you have a beautiful team that believes in what you are doing. And that's why I believe that I need to come here so that I'll be part of that success story. I didn't just come here because I want to be on TV. Hi. No, I'm not a maker's artist.
Make us what? And what do we have to do? What do we have to Why you mistake?
I'm just you can come up.
Yes, one thing I know is that you can dislike somebody's strategy, but you can't doubt their results. So there are certain things that when Shatta wants to achieve, he has his own way of doing that. And in the end, he's able to achieve the results, though we may not like his approach.